My name is Diane. This is my fourth time to try to get the video recording to work and to get it uploaded. I've done multiple things. This may be my last time to try this, but like I said before, I'm Diane. I'm 58 years old. I was born in 1958, and I'm a baby boomer. My goal is to impact 1,000 lives by May 1st, 2017, and my target audience is baby boomers. If you are between the ages of 52 and 70, you qualify to be watching this. And every day for 5 minutes or less, I will give you a 24-hour challenge to help better our lives and to help us be the kind of people we were in the 70s. You know, the fun ones, the anti-everything, the fight for your rights, the fight for freedom, the fight for rock and roll, the fight for drugs. Just think about who you were in the 70s and how much impact we had on society back then. In the last 10, 20 years, we have kind of taken a back seat to what was going on. We don't really stand up anymore for what we believe in. No one really listens to us, in my opinion. And we have allowed a generation to run over us that maybe doesn't have any core values or core beliefs. I don't say that to everyone. I say that to some. But what I will tell you is that the millennials, I don't believe, have the same core values that we have. You and I raised the millennials. We know them. We've changed their diapers. We've babied them and encouraged them and sheltered them and nurtured them and loved them and bailed them out and brought them in and re-brought them in. And we've done everything we can to prevent them from having to work as hard as we did. But because we caused the problem, I think it's time we fix the problem. And the only way to do that is a person at a time, to stand up and start fighting again for what we believe in. So anyway, the way I started on this journey was that I went to a convention in Anaheim, and one more time I showed up, and the median age was 22. I'm usually the oldest person in the room. If not, a small minority of us will be there. I don't know if you've noticed, but baby boomers don't show up anymore. We don't really fight or voice our opinions about anything. But anyway, I was in this audience of 7,000, being one of the oldest and not really feeling comfortable, but I was there. At least I do try to participate. And I watched a lot of different speakers come up on stage that were about 20-ish. I think there was one that was actually a baby boomer and mentioned the baby boomers out of the 50 to 75 to 150 people that were on stage. Anyway, they had a marvelous speaker named Mel Robbins, and I'm going to ask you to Google her because I don't have a lot of time to explain, but she started a movement called the 5-second movement. The movement is about between the time that you know to do something and you know what to do, but there's 5 seconds in which you decide to do it or not, and usually you don't. And knowing what to do doesn't make you do it. So anyway, she started this movement where you count backwards, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you do what you're afraid of. So that same day, I tried it, and what my stupid thing was for the day was I was going to walk up to 5 random bunches of people and ask them to take their picture with me. So I would count backwards, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, walk up to strangers and say, "Can I have my picture taken with you?" And they were all very nice and always said yes, but really what that was for me is I have an aversion to cameras and TV and big screen and platforms where I will be judged. I don't like the way I look on camera. I don't like looking my age, which is ridiculous because I am 58, but there's something about the photo that is scary to me. So anyway, I brought that home, and my husband and I did it with different things, feelings and things we're afraid of, and bad moods and all kinds of stuff. But in my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 minute, one of the things I decided to do was that we needed to create a movement again for us to take control, for us to impact America, for us to impact our children and our grandchildren. And they need to see what we stood for in the 70s, which was anti-everything. I don't know if you remember the 70s much. It was, we had a lot of fun back then. But we were very anti-government and anti-establishment. And because of that, we made changes and movements that, because of us, the millennials have the freedoms they have today. They don't know why they have them, but it was because of us, because we stood for something. we stood up against big government and big establishments and made some changes. So, just a little bit about me. I'm married. I've been married for 27, 28 years, have 2 kids, 3 dogs. I am a registered Republican. I'm a liberal Republican, and right now, this minute, I support the Donald. Not probably for the same reasons that you either love him or hate him. I support him because, number one, he always has bad hair, and I can relate to that. And number two, because he is uncensored. And I love uncensored, no matter how ugly or psychotic it looks, at least it's real. And in politics today, what we need is real. We need somebody who says who they really are, and then we can be the judge of what we believe about that. But at least they say it, and they're not plastic and phony. So anyway, that's and really, I'm not very political. I don't watch the news. I don't believe really anything that's said or heard, or I just think everyone lies, and maybe that's how all the baby boomers feel. I believe somewhere between all the truths lies the middle, and so usually if I'm going to watch the news, it's going to be to try to figure out exactly where the truth lies. So you may ask yourself if I'm trying to sell you something. Baby boomers don't believe in scams. They believe everybody's out for something, and they're always trying to find out what the real agenda is. The answer is yes. I'm trying to sell you on a better life, to be a better version of yourself so that you can make a difference. If you impact one person, if one person watches this video and you impact one person, they could impact one person, and they could impact 2 people, and they could impact 1,000 people. So if we can somebody will watch this video. I will record every day for 5 minutes. So today your challenge is, for the next 24 hours, do the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and do something you're afraid of. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get off the couch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, call somebody you're mad at. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, don't drink. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, don't put that in your mouth. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, don't smoke for an hour. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, do something that you have been avoiding. And in doing that, you will set out a change that you won't believe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go hug somebody that needs a hug. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, give $1 to somebody who's in need. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go to a meeting and voice your opinion, even if no one approves of you. Anyway, until tomorrow, have a great day. And remember, God is good all the time.